oracle reading message. This is an interesting message. It's very personal to me, I think, how it came out. And I shuffled before the video and I placed the cards where they are. So we are perhaps in a state where you find that you need to create movement, you need to create motion, you need to create content, you need to be creative. You want to start something new. And going through those actions and that movement, it's bringing emotions, it's bringing sensations that perhaps you knew it was there, and that's what was creating the resistance before you decided to finally step into those actions. Perhaps the beginning of the year was a moment for you to say, you know what, enough of waiting, it's time, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be in that place, I'm gonna do that thing every day until I get it easy, until it becomes comfortable, until I can get past through and it becomes second nature. But moving through these motions are bringing thoughts, old way of thinking, old ways of feeling. And I think the messages from last week, from yesterday, is stepping through is exactly what you're doing. You're doing with all your mighty, you're doing with all your heart, and you're doing it absolutely what you need to do. You're feeling guided to keep pushing, to keep going. And as these energies come up, you realize, how come they're so negative? How come they're so old ways of thinking? I've healed this way of being. But you also know that you're not being that. You also know that as you move through the motions and the thoughts and the feelings come up, you know you're not that. But you query, why are they coming up? Why are they arising? And the other reading from before this one talked about, you know, they come up as little breadcrumbs of leftovers for you to just release, just acknowledge and release, and keep moving into your projects, your ideas, your creative content. And the smoky quartz are here to show us that, you know, it's here to clear, to protect, to help us eliminate this fog and this wave of emotions and thoughts that are just surrounding us, and protect us and clear us. The smoky quartz are here to clear this. And I like that this card came up because it shows that the motion's validated to keep going. Yeah, the motion is validated to keep going. And perhaps this motion is being a bit more strategically, more planned, more thought out. And as the emotions and thought processes that come up are cleared, you're going to understand that even through the motion, there are flow, there are cycles, there are a flow for you to follow, perhaps with the moon, perhaps with the flow of the energy that you can feel through the day. Perhaps it's the best day to create, and then another day is the best day to rest. And right now the emotions are consistent. You are there every day, putting the work, feeling all the emotions, clearing the emotions, and it feels a bit heavy and dense, but you know you are to keep going. You know there's no stopping now. But you are going to keep going, because you're going to get to the point where all this creation becomes more fluid, where you're going to find a way, a flow, for you to continue to provide and create, but through a nice rhythm, a rhythm of your heart, a rhythm of your, you know, the elements around you. The grandmother moon, if you think of a grandmother moon, is you know, if you think of a grandmother, alone. It's that place of comfort, that place that knows, that place of wisdom and knowledge. But that grandmother had to go through all the patterns, through all the planning, through all the different ways of creating, to then understand that the best way is through flow, the flow of sensing the energies. And right now you are sensing all the energies. They're a little bit in a way of you sensing the energies of the natural world, but you are doing the clearing. You are doing the clearing. That's what's the most important, because you're going to get to the other side of the step. And that was what the other video was about, getting to the other side of the step. Because eventually you're going to get to a point where you're going to move in your new direction. You're going to find your way of doing things through flow, through working between the worlds, right? The 3D, the 5D, the elements. You're going to follow this flow, and your creation is going to follow this flow, and you're going to be able to feel it and sense it, because your body will be cleared of these emotions and this density they're coming up to be cleared. And then you become this amazing multi-dimensional traveler, to be able to then pick up the messages that you need for yourself, the messages that you need for your creation, the messages that you need to produce something that is of your soul purpose. You know, sometimes the traveler is not just about going out and about in the world, but sometimes the traveler represents going within, finding different places within, or desires within yourself, that you can find new creative art, creative projects, creative moments, creative co-creation with the divine and yourself and your heart. So keep on going, because you are in that direction. You took the step. If you listen to the other two videos, you took the step. And the second video showed us what's on the other side of the step. And here is showing you inside the step. You are inside the step, clearing, moving and clearing, acting and clearing, protected. You are protected by your guides, by your angels. You are fully protected to just keep moving. All these energies, emotions are just there to be released. They're not there to be for you to ride them fully. No, you've done the work. You've done the work of releasing, working through the traumas. But because you're going to find your own flow, you're going to find your own flow. You're getting to that wisdom point, that knowledge point, where you're going to find your own mandala flow, to then find your direction. How really do you want to take your purpose, your soul purpose, into the world, to help others, to assist others? And this is where we're getting. And I'm just going to get a animal card to finalize. The Black Panther. Intense love of life, determination, and altruism. And yes, the Queen of Wands. So take this as your desire, right? You're traveling to your desire. You're traveling to your own creation with the Creator, and put it out there for the world to see. And you know this. You know you're getting there. You know you're getting to that point. Thank you so much for listening. Little messages for today. They seem to be messages that are following through from one message to another. And if you find that this resonates, I would highly recommend just have a look at the other videos, because I think there is a follow through from one message to another. And I also invite you to look at the Patreon community, where we meet up every Thursday evening UK time, and we work through the Winsdom Activator 369 program, where we talk about different topics, different themes. If you find that you are spiritually blocked at the moment, and you're struggling to go past that point where you know there is a healing right around the corner, but you're struggling to step into it, sometimes these calls can help. We hold a portal of unconditional love, and while you are in contact and connection and immersed into this portal, it brings your heart into, you know, vibrations that perhaps you needed to be able to get the clarity that you are looking for. And also we work on, you know, evolving our intuition, our energy field, understanding what we're sensing, what we're feeling. And the healing process, we talked about a lot about the healing process to help us understand where we are in our healing process and how we can move to the next step. And it all works with the flow, because we work with the moon, we work with the moon phases in there. So we are in here in this space of working with the natural flow of the elements, the fire, the water, the earth, you know, the air and the moon. We are working with all of the elements. So I highly recommend you to have a look. You can cancel at any time, and we have pre-recordings that are very, very good recordings for you to catch up on, and weekly calls, and a community group on WhatsApp where we keep in touch every day, every single day. Thank you so much for being here, and this is the message for today.